Alright, today we have some Black Friday pickups from the miniature market sale. And so let's take a look and see what I got. I got this, made my order on the first day of the sale, and it's already arrived. I was shocked that this didn't take longer. And already you can see that I got a duplicate of a miniature that I already got. This Cthulhu Wars, Cthulhu, the Fire Vampire. Or perhaps the Fire Vampire Servants, whatever. It's a very, very amazingly cool looking miniature. And I originally got another one of these from another store, but this one was on sale, and it's such a nice miniature. I really want to take my time painting these guys up. So I did get another one of these. Very good. A big old list right here. What is this? Why is there a small package within my large package? This makes no sense. I shall open this up. This is bizarre. This is like the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Like, this almost seems like a bad joke or something. Look at this. There's like all this like packing material and like a box. And it was for this one tiny miniature, these little canopy jars. I have no clue what the heck these guys are thinking, but like this is a tremendous waste of packing materials. Because it's just these little canopy jars, which are from, I believe these are Pathfinder miniatures. It's a WizKids pre-painted miniature. And it's very nice and whatnot. But why would you, like, literally this amount of packing material for, like, that? Like, that's, yeah, miniature market. I'm not sure what's up with your system, but that's an incredible waste of packing materials. I'm going to reuse that for sure. I'm definitely going to be selling stuff on eBay and whatnot. I got some of this easy resin, and you know, this is I've heard good things and bad things about this. I got some extra little nozzles as well, so I'm gonna be experimenting with this and see if this is, because this would seem like it'd be very good if I had like a lot of really small molds that I wanted to do with. So I did get the easy resin stuff. This is the Groundworks ice inserts. So these are base inserts from Groundworks. Normally, obviously, I wouldn't, pay for something like this, but these were so cheap that I thought I would get them. Upon seeing them in person, I think I could probably make something, similar to that myself. So, yeah. Oh, we got a Pizza Dungeon Troll. And for whatever reason, I just sort of assumed this was like in the blown... I thought this was Bones Black material. But this is a full, white metal miniature. And this is very nice. I'm glad I picked this up. This looks way cooler in person. And once I paint this up... And I've gotten much better at painting like rust and stuff like that. So once I get this painted up, this is going to look amazing. The large-sized cannon. So I did pick this up. Because I don't have... I have like a big, huge, large toy cannon that I got that I'm going to redo for tabletop. But this is going to look pretty cool once you paint it up. And again, I certainly won't pay the regular price for this, but... The on sale price of $375, $350. It's a pretty good deal. Similar thing, the hanging cage, made famous in many a fantasy movie. So I think the bottom just opens up and you can just put the little prisoner in there. So that's pretty interesting. Again, on price lower than normal. The Beholder Zombie. This was only $3, so I definitely picked up this because I haven't really gotten one of these to paint up yet, And it's a very dangerous, very interesting monster, the Beholder Zombie. So definitely interested in checking that out. So of course we got some lovely paints here that were on discounted prices. I don't really have that many reds, so I ended up getting some lovely Abomination Gore from Army Painter. I got some of this lovely Amethyst Rose P3 paint. I like the P3. I actually do not have many of these P3 products, but I really like the stuff that I have. So I also got some of this Mage Hunter Green, which was like a lovely shade of green. And I also got some of the Blazing Ink, which I love the Army Painter inks, but the P3 stuff is pretty good too. So I'm going to see what this is all about. I believe this is a small piece of the boat, which sadly seems to have broken off. See, I don't understand. They put that much protection on that tiny little Pathfinder bit of miniature, and then they don't protect the boat at all, and it breaks in transit. Yeah, in any case, this is definitely made out of some sort of resin. It's very smooth on the bottom. It's pretty sturdy and whatnot, but they didn't pack it properly, and both ends got chipped off, which very much annoys me. I don't like the fact that they you packed that one little thing so carefully, and then the resin thing you just kind of left out in the open. That's crazy. So one of the last miniature things that I have is another set of Groundworks base inserts. I wish I had looked up more images, because these in particular, these are the slime inserts. These are very underwhelming. I could have easily made my own tinted resin tiles, or bases in this case, that looked just as nice, if not nicer, than these. So these are a little bit of a disappointment. They're well made though. There's no like errant bits and pieces, but I had assumed that perhaps they would be a little bit better quality. And then I also got some more Micro Art Studio stuff. These were on sale. These are some 40mm and 150mm base inserts for planks. These are very easy to make, but these in particular have like a lot of little bits and bobs and whatnot that look really nice. So these obviously can be used for many things. I think these are kind of intended to be more nautical themed, but as you can see, these would be useful for pretty much, a wide assortment of miniatures. And again, they have so many little bits and bobs that getting these for the sale price, these were a very good deal. So I'm happy to get these. And last, we have some books. We have the premium alternate cover for Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, which is very nice looking. Happy to get that. I tried to get that at my local store. Sadly, I was not able to. And then we have the newest, well, not the newest, but some of the new books from the Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition, Enemy in the Shadows. Everybody knows this is kind of like a, this is like the first volume for the Enemy Within thing, which was, I believe it started with the 1st edition of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, and they're kind of redoing it for the 4th edition. So these were on deep discount, and 4th edition is very nice. I haven't gotten into it yet. I have not had a chance to play that with people, but I like it, the fact that it's very similar to 2nd edition. So, if nothing else, it's always good. This will be very easily translated to 2nd edition if I don't want to do a full fantasy 4th edition thing. And man, yeah, the raised text on here. These are very nice books. I mean, I would have to say that, Cubicle 7, did a very good job with this. And again, Cubicle 7 bringing back the traditional Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. the Warhammer strategy video game, which had Warhammer Fantasy as the setting, really introduced a lot of people to that, and there was a lot of renewed interest in that. So hopefully, I believe they're just going to bring back Warhammer Fantasy, like in a more traditional style setting like this. So yeah, I'm very happy to hear that, and I'm very happy to get the books of the roleplay game for a cheap price. Let's see here. Yeah, there's nothing else. Perhaps they had some new hires that didn't understand what was going on. Like, it would make sense to me if they had kind of a fragile resin thing and it was in here, but it wasn't. It was just loose in the box, and like I said, I have the one piece that broke off, so I can reattach that. But unfortunately, the other piece broke off too. So this was on deep clearance, so it's not a huge deal. This will look fine. I'll be able to, mess around with this. All right, back to the Beholder here. Now, I've actually always wondered, because this has alternative little eye stalk things. There's the normal eye stalks, and there's the eye stalks with the little spell effects. I've always wondered how we're supposed to switch those out. If the packaging is some sort of instructions, then it should be one of these. Yes! So that solves that mystery. It looks like certain ones are supposedly loose here and can be replaced. And I'm not sure if I like the looks of having all of the tentacles be the spell effect eye stalks. The nice thing, of course, is that you could perhaps use these as something else. The two kind of lightning-looking ones are very nice. Boy, I like the goofiness. I didn't think I would like this, but seeing this here, I like the exaggerated quality of this one a lot. So, yeah, I think I'll just leave off the one and then have the other ones be going here. It's loose, so these all pop off. The ones correspond exactly. That is very nice. This is actually the first time I've run into it. I've had people complain that sometimes there's issues with the primer where it's gooped down there a little bit too much. There's a tiny little bit of primer on the eye, but that will be very easily sanded off if I have to. Other than that, this looks fine. And yes, I will certainly... I think I definitely will switch out those 3 eye stalks for the spell effect eye stalks. You know what? And this is not a bad little miniature for $3 on sale. Not bad at all. There's not that many mold lines. There are some mold lines, of course, but I believe these are so slight that I don't really have to deal with any sort of green stuff for this. The base is wide enough that it could be a base on its own, but you have the nice flat base, so it makes it exactly a large-sized creature. Yes. So yes, mystery solved with that one. And of course, as usual, I fixed the broken portion of the boat by gluing a skull on it, which I think it will look okay once it's done. I think this will be some sort of local tradition where you put the skull of the former owner of the boat on the front of the boat for good luck. And so that explains that. Well, I hope everybody had a nice Black Friday. I will note that there was something really neat going on where people were buying a bunch of the Dungeons & Dragons Essentials kit from Amazon or from a local store for a cheaper price. It's $7.79 right now on Amazon. And they were buying a bunch of those and just kind of putting them in little libraries, just getting them out there to the public for the younger people who might be interested in D&D, but, don't really have the money for anything physical. So I think that was a really nice thing. So I'll be leaving the link to that below in the description. If you're interested in donating something like that and you're not quite sure where to go, please contact your local public library. If you are lucky, then there is somebody in their outreach department that can help out directly with that. And if not, hopefully they will know where to point you to be able to donate board games and stuff like that. I mentioned little libraries before. If you're not familiar with those are small little structures where people can drop off books. Anyone can go there and take a book and leave a book. It's a good system nowadays, especially when we're trying to limit person-to-person contact. Again, if you live in the US, your local librarian should know if there's a little library near you. Please feel free to share some of your Black Friday or Cyber Monday finds in the comments below.